Hey everyone. So, a little bit of interesting news is happening out there in regards to Call of Duty World War II coming to Nintendo Switch. Now, there is no confirmation this is going to happen, but there are some things that are making people believe it is a possibility. Now, when the game was revealed, in the trailer, it only revealed that there would be PlayStation 4 exclusive beta content or whatever, and then later they released a press release that said PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. In the fine print on the trailer, it did say that, platforms are subject to change, etc., etc., etc. Well, there's a rumor out there that Beenox, the team that ported Call of Duty over to Wii and Wii U, is currently working on the World War II version, this year's version of Call of Duty for the Switch. Now, that rumor is just floating out there among I think a half dozen different websites now, with no one really citing where the original source for this came from. So, on its own, I really wasn't going to talk about the fact that Beenox is doing this, or might be doing this, because there doesn't seem to be a lot of credibility behind that report. However, there are some interesting things that have happened in the wake of all of this. So, Nintendo accounts could no longer be linked at callofduty.com when Black Ops 3 was released. And this almost made sense because, one, there wasn't really any present-day version of Call of Duty being supported, and two, the new Call of Duty coming out at that time, Black Ops 3, was not coming to the Wii U. It was not coming to a Nintendo platform. So there was no reason to need to link your Nintendo account, because there was no game being so actively supported that you would need to be able to link your account to callofduty.com. Well, now, since World War II was announced, you are now able to link Nintendo accounts again at callofduty.com. And again, they removed that functionality when it was a game that wasn't coming to Nintendo consoles, but it was there when it was games that were coming to Nintendo consoles. So that's just another chink in the chain that might prove that Call of Duty World War II is coming to Nintendo Switch. Now, again, we don't know, but there is one interesting aspect about this as well that could further support the idea of Call of Duty being on Nintendo platforms. If you look at the history of Call of Duty announcements for Nintendo platforms, roughly 70 to 75% of the time, the announcement that Call of Duty is coming to a Nintendo platform does not happen at the same time the game itself is announced. Why this is, I have no idea. Maybe it's because Nintendo thinks it's some big surprise to have Call of Duty, which it should be an industry standard. It should just be a game you get. It shouldn't be some big surprise. But Nintendo traditionally unveils that it has Call of Duty on its platform months after the fact. And what happens months after World War II was announced? E3. So we're going to probably find out at E3 if Call of Duty World War II is coming to Nintendo Switch. And again, there's that rumor floating out there that Beenox, a studio that used to port the games, is working on a Switch game right now for Activision. There's rumors out there that that essentially World War II is coming to the platform. And it wouldn't be that surprising, right? With the Switch, being blazingly popular right now, and we know that Activision, this is something we factually know. Activision is one of the partners with Nintendo, and they actually worked with Nintendo on the hardware when it was in development, before they even probably had dev kits out there. Activision was one of 3 major third-party companies that worked with Nintendo on the system. So it would be extremely weird for Activision to work so closely with Nintendo on the Switch, what they wanted in the Switch, what kind of online system they might want in terms of a paid online subscription system, and to not release their flagship game on the platform, especially in the first year. That just doesn't make sense. So there's a lot of evidence pointing to the fact that even though it is not currently announced for Nintendo Switch, Call of Duty World War II is most likely coming to Nintendo Switch. Again, this is a rumor. I'm not even going to call it a report. It could be completely untrue, and I'm not providing any additional information that isn't already publicly available if you do your research. But I just thought it was interesting to note that Nintendo might be getting a major third-party game here, and there's a lot of things that seem to be hinting towards that being the ultimate conclusion to be announced at E3 2017. Again, this is Nathaniel Rufflejans from Nintendo Prime, signing out.